In the Webdvar this week, I wanted to share a thought that I believe is connected both to Purim, which we celebrate, of course, this week, as well as the Parshas Tzav that we read this Shabbos. In Parshas Tzav, the Torah tells us that when it comes to the Mizbeach, when it comes to the altar, both in the Mishkan and later on in the Beis Hamikdash, Eish Tamid Chukad al HaMizbeach Lo Sichbeh. There is Eish, there is a fire that was always lit, that was always on the Mizbeach, and we're prohibited from extinguishing that fire. That fire needs to be going, completely going all the time. Of course, Purim that we celebrate this week, the mitzvah of the day is that of Simcha, of being happy. And what is Simcha truly about? Well, we know the Gemara tells us that Mishenichnas Adar, when Adar comes, Marbin de Simcha, we add on to the Simcha. And looking into that language, we're able to discern that what the Gemara is really saying to us is that a Jew always needs to be besimcha on some level. A Jew always has to have a status of simcha on some level. At certain moments during the year, we add to the simcha, we're marbe to the simcha, such as the month of Adar. And at other moments of the year, we're memait, we lessen that simcha, such as the month of Av. But simcha needs to be some semblance of an equilibrium. It has to be within us. So what is that simcha? How do we understand it? How do we define it? Well, in the Megillah we're told that La Yehudim, for the Jewish people throughout the Malchus, the kingdom of Achashverosh, Haisa Ora v'simcha v'sason vikar. Before the word simcha was or, light. What does that mean? What does light mean? So we know that or is Torah. And beyond, in addition to the or of Torah, there's also the or, the light of knowing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a plan for us. We look into the Megillah and we see so many different facts that are not connected until everything comes together. And sometimes when we struggle in life, when we go through dark moments, we think to ourselves, how does this make any sense? And there are times where we don't understand it. And there are times where later on we're able to look back and try to decipher and understand, I see the hand of Hashem. I see the light that Hashem is shining upon me, not only when times are good, but also when their times are challenging as well. So the or, the light, is in essence what brings us simcha. The day of Purim is to be able to step back and to recognize the light that we have in our lives, the bracha that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that Hashem has extended to us, sometimes that which we see directly, and sometimes, like the miracle of Purim, that which we have to look for and might not be so evident, so clear. But the simcha, the basic simcha, is the understanding that we have that we are not alone, that through the good times, certainly, and also through the difficult times, Hashem is there like a father in heaven to usher us along, though there may be times that we don't understand when things seem dark outside. Yet, our challenge is to look for the brightness, to look for the light. And so, when we talk about the mitzvah of the day, and when we talk about the Eish, the fire that was on the Mizbeach, teaches us that simcha, just like the Eish, the fire on the Mizbeach, has to be a constant in our lives, even when it's very, very difficult for us to be able to see it. We have to keep on looking. And it's sort of just like a plane. When a plane takes off and it's going up through the clouds, people on the plane, the pilots of the plane, know that they're going to break through these clouds and then they're going to see a beautiful, beautiful sky on top. Sometimes in life we go through the clouds, but with the courage of knowing that Hashem gives to us, with the courage of knowing that we have Torah, that we have Simcha, that we have light in our lives, and we just have to take the time to recognize the light, then we can make sure that the fire that existed on the Mizbeach, that the fire that burns within us, that fire of Simcha, whether it's high or whether it's lower, or whether it's just level right where it is, that it exists, that we're able to apply it to our lives to be something which is constant. As the fire on the Mizbeach was constant, so too should the brightness in our lives be constant as well. Wishing everyone a Purim Sameach and a good Shabbos. Thank you for listening.